Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the flight deck. We're continuing our Christmas tour for 2023. We're here in Trondheim, and today we're flying back to Sweden this time and going to Sveg, which is not too far. In fact, we're only going up to an altitude of 21,000 feet for this flight, and it's going to be fairly quick, although you can hear the wind is blowing out here. Currently, we have 6-knot winds out of the southeast. Conditions down in our destination are a little bit worse. It's kind of marginal with some snow falling, so we'll see how that is when we get there. Brian, good to see you. Yeah, you don't have the scenery. You look to be in the parking lot. Yeah, the scenery's freeware off of flightsim.to, and in the parking lot. That's not good, but yeah, we are at the side gates here, so it's all fine. I take it you're along the north end of the terminal then. We'll see you in a bit once we get up and going. We are on VATSIM. Their Euro North control is on, but we're not climbing up into his zone, so unless anyone else comes on, it looks like we'll be VATS or ATC free. We'll see what happens there. So let's get on board, get the aircraft up and going, and get the passengers all loaded on board. Alright, into the cockpit we go. Hopefully we don't have those problems starting up this time like we had yesterday. You're at gate number 2. Oh, you're all the way down at the other end? Hey, Kevin. Let's get the VA tracker up and running, and let's get the aircraft going. So, parking brake is now set. Come up top. We will get the battery switch on. We'll make sure the standby power is set to auto. Emergency lights are coming on. That is great. Ground power we're going to connect, so we're going to pop down. And we will get down here. Go into our FS actions and ground service. See, that's not sure. It's doing that again. Not showing ground power. I don't know what is going on with this. And this is what I had last time. I had to go out, reload the aircraft. Oh, no, that's coming up now. But for some reason the menu system isn't seeming to do what it should be doing. You want to get the APU on? Well, yeah. Let's get that on. You think that's what it is? Yeah, I mean I'm not even getting the proper responses from the switches here. Well, the APU is firing up. But oh, there it goes. See, low pressure is still on. See, I'm not sure. We'll see what this comes down if I can get everything up and going. Just waiting for the APU generators. Alright, we're over to APU generators. But again, I've got, oh. So now this has all come up properly. This is a little weird. A little weird indeed. Anyway, let's get the get some heat running in the back. That's open. Let's get some lights on. Get up to the dome. Yeah, I know, but I don't know why. I should be able to connect to the ground power unit and have them plug it in. Like, this was a different... did they change something? I don't know. It is weird, unless it's because we're not at a proper gate. It's a little odd. Alright, let's do a notch and a notch. Alright. Anyway, the lights are up. We'll get our strobes and steadies on. Or not our strobes, our steady ground lights. Pop up top, come up to the IRSs, and we'll get them into nav mode. Alright, with that all done. Weird. Well, it wouldn't let me set the chocks, Kevin. I'm in the car park, yeah. You saw it was that weird format where it wasn't showing this type of stuff. All these things were missing, and this was all like solid gray. It wouldn't let me set wheel chocks, which is weird until I got the ground power, the APU up and running. I don't know. Anyway, let's get the passengers on board.
Boarding requested. Do you want to board crew?
No, we're already here. Thank you.
Bus is coming.
All right, so let's get the rest of the overhead done. Passenger signs will come on. Hydraulic electric pumps will come on. Yaw damper is now on. I have the latest update. Yes, I do. Window heats are on. Lift aft fuel pump is on. APU is on. See, this is my checklist. APU start now, but APU is up and running. APU generators are both on. APU bleeds are on. Isolation valve is open. Packs are set to auto. Okay, let's pop down.
Passengers boarding starting.
And let's get into here. So into the FMC, set IRS position. So 737-800 engine rating. AIRAC is good to the December 28th. We'll go into our position. Today is the 2nd. So we're going to go to page 2 and we'll use the left VOR. And we will put that in, and the aircraft now has its position. So over to the route, we're going to request our flight plan. ENVA to ESND. That is where we're heading today. Trondheim to Sveg. Fuel and everything is in. Our cruise altitude. I do have a custom one I've set up, and that's what it loads in. I may have to redo it. ENVA, that's good. ESNU is our alternate. 21,000 feet, cost hits us 25. 139 miles, that's all good. We're going to set our payload, and we're going to set our fuel. This route is good, so we will select the route. Request has been sent. Clear those messages. Just waiting for it to come in now. Alright, there's our flight number. Skyways 5556. Upload the route. We'll activate and execute. And we should just have 2 waypoints. There we go. So our departure is going to take us to the first waypoint. And then from the last waypoint, we're going to fly straight to the entry into the RNAV arrival in Sveg. So we'll come over here to our departure and arrival now.
I'm doing good.
Alright, so this could be fairly quick. So we'll grab the winds for both. Let me just get the meta here. Alright, so leaving our departure airport, winds are currently 120 at 8 knots, a few clouds at 200 feet. It's minus 15, QNH is 1015. We are going to be departing off of runway 09, same one we landed in yesterday. And we will dial in the barrow. For our arrival today, it is IFR. And we will throw in the chat just so everyone can see what we're flying into. Winds are 270 at 4, so we're going to be landing on runway 27. We have light snow. Estimated cloud cover is scattered at 300, broken at 600, overcast at 1300, minus 20 degrees, and QNH 1013. So it'll be interesting to see what we end up with when we get there visibility-wise, but it looks like a lot of low cloud cover and snow on our arrival. So yeah, that's what that is looking like at the moment. So we're going to be departing, as I said, off of runway 09. We're going off of the Avnan 1 Alpha. That's this one here. No transition. It's pretty much going to be a direct out. And then our arrival, there is no stars, but we're going to be doing the RNAV for 27. And we're going to go in at, I think it's 503 is our transition point. We'll execute that. There we go. So over to the legs. That's where we're heading off. This is our departure. We're onto our legs. And then there's our entry in for the descent. So we're just going to come in here and we're going to grab 503 and put it right there. So we're not vectoring, we're just going straight. And just to check our restrictions, it says above 43, we're going to make that a hard 4,300 feet. We'll execute that. We'll come over here. ND 500 is going to be a hard 4,000. And then we got 4,000 at 401. So that is looking all good. And yeah, so we can come back here and will request our performance numbers. Just waiting for them to come in now. There we go, we'll load them in. So 5.4 tons of planned fuel. There's our gross weight. Center of gravity is going to be 20.1. Zero fuel weight reserves are 2.8 tons. Cost index of 25. We're going to flight level 210. We'll change that. That is the Boeing table best cruise. We're looking at transition altitude of 7,000 feet is fine. And cruise winds are 090 at 11. We'll execute that and then we'll change our cruising altitude down to 21. And execute that again. And that is all good there. So over to our performance. And we are at ENVA. We're departing off of runway 09. And those winds 120 at 8. And the barrow of 1015. Still got to update my little vast toolbar. Forgot to do that. That's HPA and knots. That's good. Get our departure weight. Estimated takeoff weight for today's flight is going to be 61,074. That is entered in, and we will calculate. So today's cell temp is going to be 41 degrees. We're going to be doing a 24 D rate, 24K D rate, and that is all good there. Come over to our takeoff information. We'll go to page 2. We'll enter in those winds of 120 at 8, and then go into the runway winds. Switch back over here. It's going to be a flaps 1. Center of gravity is set 20.1. That gives us 5.6 on the trim. Runway is 09er. Should have 1,100 feet remaining. And we are going to do our 139, 140, 147 for our takeoff. 139, 140, and 147 goes in. So that is all good and set. Alright, so that is done. No clearance to obtain, and it looks like Euro North has gone offline. So we'll do a radio check here. Just make sure everything is up and running. So we want 122.8 on COM 1 and 121.5 on COM 2. There we go. So those are now set. Trondheim Terminal, Skyways 5556 radio check.
Rating you 5x5.
Thank you. Alright, thanks, Brian. Alright, so that is done. We are good there. We can come over to our charts. And let's take a quick look at where we're headed. So as you can see, let's turn that off. We're here at Trondheim. We're going to be taking off directly. We're going to be making that right turn. We're going to come up over the mountains here down to the Swedish border. This is our last waypoint. We're then going to be flying down, descending to our entry into the RNAV and landing here at Sveg. We'll switch that over to night mode now as it is getting dark out. Probably zoom that in a little bit. Alright, so that's our clearance obtained. Altimeters are set 1015. Transponder we will set to 2000. There we go. Fueling, loading, and boarding is complete. Let's pop up top. Do a quick check on our Mach speed. There's our stick shakers for our stall warning. In-up test. Caution, recall, and lights are up. And fire test. Master fire, caution, recall, lights, and pull handles are good in our system test. While that's going, we'll send our take data is entered in 139, and we have our V speeds all entered in. Cruise altitude for pressurization is 21,000 feet. We'll dial that in. It's now in. Altitude here, in case we have to return, is 64. We'll go up to 100, so that is now set. MCP will set up. That's 157 plus 2, so that's going to be 167 for our initial climb out. Runway heading is 086. And we're going to climb straight to 21,000 feet. There's a 220 speed restriction that should be picked up in the flight plan as well. Flight directors will now come on at both sides. Radios are set 122.8 and 121.5. So they should have pulled everything away. Yep, doors are closed. Ground equipment is all clear. We are good there, and we can pop down now to our ground services and get them ready to remove the chocks, which have been removed. So we are ready for our push and start. Let's call them for push. We're going to go tail right, nose left. We're not going to de-ice, it hasn't been snowing here.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brake set.
We could do that.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So they're going to come in and do the push. We're going to be facing this way. We're going to taxi up to Yankee, turn a left, and head down Yankee to Alpha 1.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Let's pop out. There's the Fly 2 livery for our Christmas series. Looking very nice. And as you can see, we're here on... There's a little bit of custom airport. Oh, there's Brian right there.
Trondheim traffic, Air Canada 492, pushing back gate 2.
And then...
Locking gear.
So you can see a nice little bit of color in the sky. Looking very nice. So gears being locked. So let's get ready for the next stages. We have no fuel in the center tank, so fuel pumps will come on except for the center tank. Packs will now go off for engine start. Ignition mode selector is set to both. Anti-collision light is on. We'll get the logo light on as well. And we're going to go nose left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Trondheim area traffic, Skyways 5556. Push and start, gate 27, facing north.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brake set.
Yeah, they don't want us pushing against the tug, which is fine. There's that noise again. That's a little bit overdone, I think. Looks like Brian's facing the other way. Interesting. Oh, it's not bad. Put us right on the line. Nicely done, sir.
Set parking brakes.
That's brake set. We're now good for engine start. We're going to start engine number 2. Don't know your left from your right? Yeah. Well, it happens. All right, we have engine rotation. It's 1.2. Adding fuel. We pop over to the window. Give it a listen. That's a GSX push sound still going. Very nice. Let's jump back up front. There we go. Start valve is closed. Starting engine number 1. Let's go outside, listen to it. We'll look at it through the fence. Wait for engine cutoff. We'll let the ground crew know they can disconnect. Or starter cutoff. There we go. Good starts.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
And we're going to continue. So, generators 1 and 2 are now both on. Engine 1 and 2 start switches will go to continuous. Probe heats are now on. Wing and engine anti-ice not required at the moment. We'll see what happens as we come into our destination. Engine 1 and 2 bleeds are on. Packs 1 or left and right are both on. Recirculation fans left and right are both on. Isolation valve to auto. APU bleed off. APU is now off. Coming down to flaps. Flaps 1. Selected and set. Elevator trim, we want 5.6, so that's just past
Tow
5.5.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
That looks about right there.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Flight controls, we can come down and do our check. So full left, full right, neutral, full forward, full back, neutral, full left rudder, full right rudder. Neutral. Engine instruments, quick survey, everything is looking good there as they come up to temperature. We'll get that information up there. LNAV and VNAV are both armed. There's our guy walking out. Auto throttles are on. And warning recall is good. He should be showing us the pin. There. Our guy gave him a thumbs up. He gave us the wave. We are good to go. Up to the taxi light. And we'll get the turn off lights on as well. Auto brakes set to RTO. And we are good to taxi. Trondheim area traffic. Skyways 5556 taxi AVing the west apron to Yankee. Hold short 09 at Alpha 1 Trondheim. Brakes removed. Power coming up. While we're coming up, we're going to come over and transponder is now on. We're going to set ourselves up. I like data, terrain, traffic. We'll go to 10 miles on our display. Over on Roger, he's going to go to center at, we'll give him 20 miles. He'll get traffic as well. And we are good there. So the airport's right at the end of a little inlet there from the Atlantic and the North Sea.
Trondheim traffic, Air Canada 492, taxiing Yankee Alpha 1 first row 9, following traffic.
So it was a nice arrival in over the lake yesterday. Rather dark, as you can see now. We're very far north and it gets dark very quickly. A little bit rocky on the terrain there. And I forgot packs. There we go. Kevin, I'll do it for you. Did I put the packs one in? No, I didn't put the packs one in. But here's what they look like. Brian, you should see the new custom emojis that Kevin designed for us. Let's get that dome light down as well. There we go. We'll go to a second notch on each of these. There we are. There's Alpha 2, and we're going up to Alpha 1. Let's forget something. Just I remembered the VA tracker. That's the important one. All right, we are here at the runway. So fuel flow check. And fuel flow is equal on both engines. V speeds 139, 140, 147. MCP is set 167, heading of 086 and initial altitude of 21,000 feet. Position lights for now go strobe and steady. Wing lights are on. Landing lights are on. Taxi light is off. Transponder is on. Traffic is on. Runways identified. Trondheim area traffic. Skyways 5556. Taking position. Runway 09. Wow. Okay then. The scenery makes a big difference, I guess. Oh, that's A2 on my my chart. Alright, the brakes are set. Engine's coming up to 40%. Clock is running. Trondheim area traffic. Skyways 5556. Rolling runway 09 on the Evnen 1 Alpha departure, Trondheim. And takeoff power is set.
Airspeed alive.
Check.
80 knots.
Check.
Lead one take.
Trondheim traffic, you're kind of 492, lining up 09, holding for 2 minutes for separation.
And gear up. Northern lights are out again tonight. Very nice. And we'll go Command A. Nice ready to climb going, get up over the mountains. Coming down to acceleration altitude, we've passed acceleration altitude, so we're nosing down to accelerate. And flaps up, speed checked. Right, so positive rate. Gear is up, autopilot command A engaged, auto brake is turned off, gear lever is off, engine start switches are off, runway turn off lights off, flaps are retracted. We're on that 220 speed limit right now.
Trondheim traffic, Air Canada 492, departing runway 09 to the south.
And then we've got that till we get to P-sub. Cabin is pressurizing, is fine. You can see there's the whole route. We're only on the 160-mile ring, so everything is in there. That's through 7,000 feet, so we'll head over to standard pressure. Logo light can come off, wing lights can come off. And we're looking good. 10,000 feet coming up. It's 10,000 feet, so landing lights will come off. Seatbelt signs will come off. Beautiful hills, valleys, and fjords below. Heading into the remains of the setting sun. As mentioned, we don't have far to go before we're descending down. I mean, we're already almost 80 miles to the top of descent. So we'll start configuring now as we continue our climb out. There's the sunset on the horizon. So as we prepare for our descent, again, we're only going up to 21,000 feet. Destination weather, we'll get the current weather. As I mentioned, it's gotten slightly better and it's continuing to improve a little. Winds are still out of the west, so we're still going to stick for runway 27. There's the weather, 1013. So we'll make sure that is in and ready. Still got that light snow, 4-knot wind out of 260, and a lot of clouds down low. That middle layer between the 300 and 1200 seems to have vanished, so shouldn't be too bad as we come in. It is an RNAV, so we don't have any frequencies to set up for that, but I am going to see if there are any nav aids in the area. Not really. There's just the ILS for the other runway, so no nav aids there to assist. So it's all going to be GPS driven. But what we can do is we can pop down. We're going to go into our fixed page at ESND. We're going to set in a 4-mile ring, a 10-mile ring, and then I want to set in off of the reciprocal for the runway to give us our runway center line. So 082 082 we'll go in. So if we come up and take a look, we can see we have our 4-mile ring, our 10-mile ring, and then a runway center line extending outwards, which will help us there. We'll go back into climb. And we are almost at the exit point. Come back over here. We'll go into, give him his legs page. Alright, so that's happening fairly quickly. We're 1,000 to go. So for our descent, we're going to program in down to our minimums, which are going to be 14, 27, So we are going to come over here and we will set that in on the barrow. 1427. This is why I usually do radio for a lot higher ones. So that is now set in, and we are good there with our minimums entered in. So going down the list, destination weather done, arrival data. We can come down here again. We'll go into our reference index approach. It's going to be a full flaps 40 landing. So that is now entered in. We have our minimums. We have our arrival data set. Landing altitude here at Sveg is 1178. So we're going to put in 1200. Trondheim area traffic. Skyways 5556. Overhead Evnen flight level 210. Last call Trondheim. Alright, so we're going to come up and we'll set that to, I forgot what I said it was, 1200. I'll round up, it's 1200 feet. Radios are all set, localizer ILS of course, not required, it's an RNAV. Anti-ice, probably when we get closer into the clouds. Warning recall is checked and we're clear. MCP, we will reset the altitude. And we'll set about 1400. Of course, we can abort at any time, and we can take over at any time as well. Altimeters are set 1013. Minimums are set 1427. The approach again at Throttle, we're going to be coming in from the north. We'll come up to that main spot. We'll turn south and then make the right turn to get ourselves lined up. In the case of a missed approach, climb straight ahead to ND 702, then right turn to ND 800, climbing to 4,000 feet and enter the hold, and that should be programmed in. She'll be in that mass there. Auto brakes, runway length for our landing 55, so we'll go auto brake 2, and we're probably going to have to backtrack to the apron. Auto brake 2 is set, and we are all ready for our arrival. Top of descent, 40 miles away. Nice view out of the darkening sky as we look down upon the ground here. Again, it's a short flight today. Brian, thanks for coming along. And Kevin, if you're still watching, have you had any luck sorting out your SIM? It's a real pain that happened. I think that's right. We'll see. Doesn't look like it. Let's bring up the menu. Oh, no, I did get it right. Just a slight delay there for the delivery from the galley. The Christmas menu is available for December. You can go in and do the menu command and see all the options there. Oh, you got into the gate. Oh, you got in. Excellent. Well, okay. We'll see you down at Sveg. I'll keep the aircraft at the gate. Although, to be fair, Sveg's not known for its gates. I think there's 3, maybe 4. We'll have to see when we get there. There's a terminal building, but I don't know what's there in the way of gates. There's a gate 3 and 4 remote stands to the east, but it's a small area. I'll have to see what they offer. Alright, so if you're not familiar, we are on this year's Christmas tour. We are drawing a Christmas tree in the skies over Northern Europe. So that should be pretty good. Well, First Officer Molly has gotten herself up. She was sleeping at the office door. Giving her little head scritches right now. Okay. We'll go outside when we're done. Yeah, I'll take you outside when we're done. I think she's got a little upset belly right now. You want to lie down? And I'll come and get you in a few minutes once I'm done. And we'll go outside. Okay? Good girl. Lie down. Lie down. Alright, there's our turn. And we're just about to start our descent. Good girl. Lie down. Lie down. Okay? Lie down. So we're 10 miles to our top of descent. And we're looking pretty good. I am loving the Northern Lights add-on. It's creating some wonderful skies. Lots of great color. Oh. Stay away from the computer. Okay? I know it's got flashy lights on it. I'll be with you in about 10 minutes. Okay? And down we go. Engines are spooling back. Speed starting to come down. Two miles to go. I'm not sure the logic behind it spooling down like that, but it did. And down we go. Sveg area traffic, Skyways 5556. We're 6 miles from Oscock, descending out of flight level 210 to join the RNAV runway 27 Sveg. The Jerusalem iron time going to be longer than it could be. It could be your whole, if you do de-icing, your whole setup procedure and everything could run longer than the flight. Brian, no, it's not, but it's not that expensive. It's only a few bucks. And given how much flying in the north we do, especially in the winter with very early sunsets, it just adds that pretty cool effect to the sky. Brian, I sent you the link on Discord. So transition level here is 6,000 feet. But we'll switch over closer to 10 just to give the aircraft time to settle in. And we're going to have to be watching our speeds as well. Alright, so there you can see the loop for the missed approach. So we're going to speed intervention. 267 is fine. I'll leave it there. We're coming down. We're going to come over. We're going to set our altimeters over to 1013, which, let's see if that pressure changed at all. No, it's still 1013. It is good, and winds are almost straight down the runway. Cabin is pressurizing as per normal. We'll give them a ding in the back as we are coming in. So when we land, as I mentioned, we're probably going to go past the exit, so we're going to have to do a turnaround and come back to the only taxiway, really, taxiway Alpha. And we'll land. Interesting note here, it says if the runway and runway strip are not available to their full length and width, the start should not be carried out if you're departing. So if it hasn't been plowed fully, or if there's snow built up at the ends or a little bit in the width, do not land or do not take off. Okay. So we're looking good. We're coming up for 14,000 feet. Got a little bit of terrain we're passing over here. Not too high. There is a larger hill down here, but we are coming down nicely. Final darkening of the sky. Airport is over in this direction.
Traffic, Air Canada 492, leaving flight level 210 on the RNAV 25 arrival.
27, but who's counting?
Correction, that's an RNAV 27 arrival.
Alright, we got a nice gentle descent going on, which is bringing us in nicely. So we do have a at ND 500 a max speed of 220. We'll be down to 200 by that point, so that is not going to be an issue. We'll go down to 245 once we're through 10,000. Minimum safe altitude is in this sector is looks like 4,300 feet. Just to bear in mind, we do have train radar, so that's going to assist as well. Alright, airport's over there. And we are 27 miles to 503. It's the entry point into the RNAV. So there's 10,000 feet coming up, so we're going to bring ourselves down to 245. And that will allow us to go to flaps 5. And as we come up, we'll get our lights on, turn off lights on. The logo and wings can come on as well. So we're all nicely illuminated. And we're 245, so we're going to go flaps 1. We'll ding them for 10,000 feet. Flaps 2. And flaps 5. Alright, if we come over here, airport's going to be just down here. Not seeing it at the moment, that's fine. Off in that direction. I think it's under that cloud layer. Since we are coming up to that cloud layer, we will turn on the anti-ice. There's the wing and engines on. Just to make sure we don't get any issues in ice forming as we descend. Lemon Wolf, hey, how you doing? How's everything? 7,500 feet. When we're 5 miles out from ND 503, we'll turn on the approach system to get us set up for the RNAV approach. Alright, so cabin pressure is pressurizing, landing lights are on, runway turn-off lights are on, signs, and we'll come back on. We are good. So for our approach, nav course and frequency not required, it's an RNAV. Speeds are fine. We're not going to need our speed brake again, so we'll arm our speed brake. Auto brakes are set to 2. Speeds are good. And again, we had that 220 speed restriction at what is that? 5th ND 500. So there's 5 miles out. Final approach course, glide path are armed. Speed coming back to 220 until the turn, then we'll drop down to 200. Yeah, there's a lot of short ones, some decent ones, some beautiful, we can't see it, we're in the clouds. Oh, there's a little bit there. Northern lights as we pop in and out of the clouds at the moment. And then we got the, we're coming in right after the sun went down as well, so we got that little bit of glow on the horizon still. Pretty cool. Alright, we're going to leave the anti-ice on. Just as we go in and out of clouds here. There we are coming up to our point. And beginning our turn, speed can come back to 200. Sveg area traffic, Skyways 5556 overhead, November Delta 503, entering the RNAV for runway 27 Sveg. Speed's down to 200, flaps 10. Heard something squeaking there, wasn't sure what it was, had to take the headphones off. Molly's playing with her chew toy. It's funny how she goes on and off of that thing. Sometimes she'll sit there and squeak it and is loving it, other times not so much. So as we come into Sveg here, just a reminder, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us out greatly. It doesn't cost you anything, just gets our videos out and more people in and watching. Don't forget to like and comment as well. If you wanted to come over, join the flight crew and figure out where we're flying and how to fly along, like Brian is doing and Kevin will be doing shortly, you can come over to the Discord. All the information is there. There's a link in the description, or you can type the Discord command into the chat and it will come up. And if you really want to support the channel and help us with some of the aircraft and airports and stuff we fly to, consider subscribing. It doesn't cost a lot, you know, a cup of coffee a month. Helps us out and lets us do what we do. You get some cool badges by your name. You can also get some emojis, and working on ideas for members only videos as well. So options are there. You're more than welcome to come along and join us on these flights. Yeah, still in some clouds there. You can see them there and not seeing the runway. So we're going to come back now to 185. There we are into the clouds. Well, we are lining up 11 miles out. final approach course. Speed coming back to 185. I'll be with you shortly, Molly. I'll be with you shortly. And there's the glide path coming in. So we're going to be doing 135 plus 5, so our approach speed is going to be 140. That 135 is our touchdown reference speed. And down we go. 8 miles out, speed coming back to 165. Gear down. Sveg area traffic, Skyways 5556, fully established, RNAV 277 miles, Sveg. There's 180, flaps 15. And there's 6 miles, so we'll bring her right down to 140. Runway coming into view ahead.
Sveg traffic, here Canada 492, passing November Delta 503
Flaps
for
25,
the
1600 feet.
RNAV 27.
Flaps 30. Five miles out. Hey, Dirk. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope everything's well. And flaps 140, flaps full. Gear down, 3 green. Lights are on. Engines are... did I continuous? No, I didn't. Engines are in continuous. Cabin is notified. Recall is clear. Runway is in sight. And Kevin's pushing. Excellent. We'll see you shortly. Thousand to go. Aircraft is fully configured and stable. Looking good. Yeah, everything's doing good. Hope the ATC is going good for you. I hear you're up live now. You're doing, is it Edinburgh?
Sveg traffic, Air Canada 492, passing November Delta 500, runway 27.
It's 500 feet. Aircraft is mine. 400 feet. Sticking on the ILS.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
There's
100.
trees. Auto throttle off.
40, 30, 20, 10.
And we're down. Ooh, right at the marker too. Reversers are on. There's the taxiway. And definite backtrack here. Ryan, you might want to go minimum approach speed. I'm taking the entire runway. There's manual braking. And we are down. Welcome to Sveg. Let's get turned around. Let's get ourselves up to the other end so Brian can get in. Come on. This is where these things get kind of sticky here on the ground. Sveg area traffic, Skyways 5556, backtracking runway 27 to Alpha. Come on, get around. Alright, looking for Brian's lights coming in. Let's try to get down as quickly as we can.
Sveg traffic, Air Canada 492, 7 miles, final runway 27.
Ah, plenty of room. There's the terminal building. Let's see what they have for parking here. There's his lights. You can see them popping in there as we make our turn off here. And Sveg traffic, Skyways 5556 clear. Runway 27 at Alpha, taxiing to the stands. Alright, so let's get around the corner here, get out of the way. We'll get flaps up, speed brakes down. Let's get the APU up and going. Taxi light on. Landing lights off. There we go. And we're going to come over here to parking spot number 4, I guess. Transponder can go off. So flap sharp speed brake is off. Down, retracted transponder off, position light. So yeah, position lights will go to steady. My turn off lights are now off. APU is on. Anti-ice. Pro Peats will come off. Anti-ice can come off as well. I think we're rather large for this area, but that's okay. Try not to hit the pole.
Sveg traffic, Air Canada 492, landing runway 27.
Alright, I think that's us here. Let's get the brakes on. Alright, engine start switches can go to off. Pro Peats, auto brake can go off as well. So we'll kill the taxi light. Kill the wing lights. Parking brakes are set. We'll leave the APU is on, so the APU bleeds can come on now. And APU generators are both on. So we are good. Oh, there's Brian landing now. Very nicely done. Alright, so fuel control levers will come off. Anti-collision light will come off. Ground equipment is coming in. Fuel pumps Come on, we'll leave the left aft fuel pump on. Isolation valve can go to auto. Restart fans will come off. And the flight directors will come off. We'll clear the caution. And we are
Couldn't
good.
find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
Okay. Does not like this position. That is fine. So let's go menu, FS section, ground services. There's no jetway available, so let's come over here. It's going to be stairs, and we'll put the chocks in.
Spec traffic, Air Canada 492, backtracking to subs.
And we will get the stairs requested. We'll get the passenger bus. Cabin cleaning, and we'll get the galley trucks to come as well. There we go. All right, welcome to Sveg on our second lap, our second leg of the 2003 Christmas tour. Next one will be on Monday, 1930 Zulu. We'll be departing out of here and heading off to a new location. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope you'll join us on a future one, and maybe even fly one or two of the legs with us. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.